Hi, today I'm reviewing the High Beauty High 5 Cannabis Seed Facial Moisturizer. And really quick, I just want to say, I purchased all these products with my own money. So if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at the Amazon link below. So instead of doing my traditional Throwback Thursday, I thought I would review some newer products just to get reviews out there for you guys, especially if you're doing any holiday shopping. So this was a newer one that I saw at Sephora recently, and I picked it up, and so I thought I'd give it a shot, and I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on it based on my Sarah score scale. So my first criteria is packaging, and they package this in a heavy, it's a glass jar moisturizer, so I'm not a huge fan of jar packaging just because a lot of the good beneficial ingredients are exposed to light and air, which kind of begins to degrade them. This product is definitely more focused on emollients and hydrators, so it's not as big of an issue, but I am a little bit concerned that the 20% of the cannabis seed oil that's in there can degrade. There's not a ton of research on it, but I would assume it can, so not a huge fan of that. I would have preferred a squeeze tube. I love squeeze tubes. They're like a little pump tube. Those are awesome too. But also, if you travel a lot, this is pretty heavy. So not a huge fan of that. My second criteria is alcohol, and this does not contain any denatured alcohols. It contains good fatty alcohols such as butyryl alcohol and Cetearyl alcohol. So those are the good kind of alcohols that moisturize your skin, unlike the other types of alcohols that dry your skin out. So that is not a problem. My third criteria is fragrance, and this has a very, very, very light lemony citrus scent. It's probably from lemon balm extract and bergamot extract. The scent dissipates almost immediately, so it's not a very big issue. And I'm going to recommend you use this in the evening, and I'll get to that more in a second. So the fragrance can be an issue, especially like if you use it in the daytime, because some of those citrusy ingredients kind of can become not good in the sunlight, and they can kind of help not be good for your skin, especially in the sunlight. Cytotoxic, I guess. So, but I recommend using this in the evening for a few reasons. So if you're going to use this in the evening, it's not nearly as big of an issue, and the scent dissipates almost immediately. So my fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in the U.S., so no issues with that. My fifth criteria is the ease of use, and you definitely want to use this at night. It does not play well with foundation, I found, and if you use this with a primer, sometimes certain primers I've noticed pill over this, and if you use this just straight under your foundation, I found the foundation to get a little greasy rather quickly. So you're really going to want to be using this in the evening because of those. It's a very thick, very emollient cream, so that's why using this in the evening. And it takes a while to like fully absorb as well. So for me, I've been using this kind of just as a sleeping mask in addition to my normal moisturizers. And it is very emollient. So it just didn't work well with foundation. My foundation within a few hours just looked very greasy. I needed to powder whereas normally in the day I wouldn't have to. So that's why I highly recommend you use this in the evening just as like a sleeping mask or in place of a moisturizer. I use this in addition to my current skincare routine. I tried it a couple ways. It was pretty moisturizing, but I found it to work a little bit better with the moisturizer I already use, which is the Drunk Elephant Protini. So how I use this was at the very end of my skincare routine. I just layered on a layer of it, and then in the morning just rinsed it off like I normally do. So it does take a while to fully absorb. That's why I think you should use it in the evening. However, if you have very, very dry skin, maybe you won't have any issues. I have very dry skin, and normally my foundation looks pretty matte throughout the day, but with this, it just got a little too greasy. So my sixth criteria is antioxidants, and I did find some information on PubMed, which is it's a website where they publish all kinds of research done at government levels, college levels, things like that. And there's not a ton of actual research on cannabis seed oil. However, for the most part, it looks like it's going to be very good for the skin. It's very hydrating. It can be very beneficial. And they're thinking that it can be possibly help with a lot of skin issues such as acne, dermatitis, lots of different dermatitis, Kaposi sarcoma, psoriasis, and certain types of systemic sclerosis. So it's looking pretty beneficial for a lot of skincare issues. The only issue that this article notes is that there's just a lack of overall research and a lot of trials, and a lot of tests. But it's looking very promising for skincare. So anyway, so I just found that interesting that they're saying it's probably going to be very beneficial. However, it's too early to actually conclude that. Other than the 20% cannabis seed oil that they use, sunflower seed oil, grape seed oil, vitamin E, shea butter, jojoba seed oil, pomegranate extract, honeysuckle, lactic acid, flaxseed oil, CoQ10, and then bioflavonoids from broccoli and red grape seeds and pomegranate. And bioflavonoids, some of them can help with your skin barrier and things like that. So it's loaded with lots of good ingredients, emollients, and some good antioxidants. So that's nice to see that instead of just relying on the keynote ingredient, which is also the first ingredient on the list, which I like. So they've thrown in a lot of good ingredients, which I really like. So my 7th criteria is animal testing, and on the Sephora website it says they're cruelty-free, so that's a good thing. My 8th criteria is performance, and this really does a nice job hydrating skin. It does take a while to absorb. If you have oily skin, you probably won't even need this, but if you're looking for a little bit of extra moisture, this could help. Or maybe if you have very oily skin, mixing this with a light serum so you don't get overloaded with moisture, because it is very, very hydrating. So that's maybe if you have oily skin, maybe mix it with a moisturizer, or not a moisturizer, a serum, just to kind of lighten it a little bit. So that could be a nice way to do it. But if you have very dry skin, it's very hydrating. So very nice to see. My 9th criteria is the price, and it's a little pricey. So this is the full size, which is 1.7 ounces, and it sells for $40. So it's a little pricey. I would have much rather gotten in a squeeze tube. A squeeze tube probably would have been cheaper to put it in too, but anyway, so it's a little pricey. And then my 10th criteria, which is the it factor. I like that this could potentially be a great ingredient, and a lot of other companies are starting to come out with products surrounding this. So I know Herbivore has one coming out that I picked up. A lot of Lord Jones, there's a lot of brands that are kind of moving in this direction. So this one isn't unique for that, because a lot of brands are coming out with things revolved in it, like the Inky List. They've got a product similar to this, which I'll be reviewing soon. So they're not like out on the forefront with it really per se, but definitely shows some promise, and I really just wish it came in a squeeze tube. But anyway, overall it's got a 6 out of 10, and the main issues was the packaging and the touch of fragrance, which dissipates quickly. So anyway, I'll definitely finish this jar up. I don't know if I'd repurchase it, because I'm sure by the time I'm done with this, there'll be 10 more brands with 10 more products revolving around this theme. So it kind of seems to be the new theme. So, but definitely a good moisturizer. So worth checking out. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this product or this brand. They've got a few products revolving around this theme. So if you have, leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are, or if you've tried any other products with the cannabis seed oil. What are they and how do you like them? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. And if you want to help support the channel, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys.